guys, welcome back to another episode of Books and Banter. I'm Jamie.
I'm Coral.
I'm Traci.
So today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite genres. I don't know about you all, but it is one of my top genres, thrillers. And these are ones that are coming out soon. So,
all right.
Yeah, take it away.
So thrillers is not particularly my genre, but I saw this one, and when I was sending the list to Jamie and Traci, I was like, yeah, I call this one. Like, y'all ain't getting this one. This one's mine. So it's called
We
Five.
fight over them.
We do fight over them a lot. And this time I said, there will be no fight because I already called it.
She blamed it.
I was like, I'm sending the list. It's mine. It's called Five, and it's by Ilona Bannister. And Five introduces you, the reader, to 5 different characters. They're random people. They're standing on the subway platform. The train is going to be here in 5 minutes. And one of them is going to die when that train arrives. I know, shocking.
Gasp.
In a thriller? Wow.
But you, the complicit reader, will not be able to resist deciding who deserves to die and who deserves to walk away.
I wish people asked me that in books more often.
This book breaks the fourth wall, and it says that you are the judge, the jury, and the executioner. So it sounds like you get to decide.
Like a choose your own adventure?
It's
choose your own murder.
Like. Yeah. It's what it feels like. So you're going to learn the backstory of these 5 characters and their complexities and what they've gone through, and one of them isn't going to walk away, and that's going to be your fault.
Wow.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
It's described as a slow burn masterpiece of psychological fiction, and Kirkus gave it a starred review, which, big deal, and they called it unsettling and immersive, which, if it's breaking the fourth wall. But the early reviews are very excited about this book. It sounds very different, sounds buzzy, sounds fun.
I'm curious, how it's going to play out.
I think I'll have to be checking out this one. And it's expected in May.
Yes, I think I'm going to check that one out too. I'm also not usually a thriller reader, but that was thrilling. I'm also interested in the book that I chose. The One Day You Were My Husband by Rosie Walsh. She had a big book a few years ago with The Love of My Life, which I remember getting a ton of attention. This book is... Here's the plot description. Only months into their whirlwind romance, Carrie and Johan get married on a beach in Thailand, which seems like the perfect night, until armed men suddenly crash the party and carry Johan away, never to be seen again.
Wow.
It's suddenly years later, 12 years I believe, Carrie has a new life in England with a new husband and 6-year-old twins, and she's running a rental cottage until one day she discovers that Johan escaped Thailand years ago and has been hiding out ever since, I think living in Stockholm. She becomes obsessed with figuring out what happened the night of their wedding all those years ago and what could have happened if it had never happened that way. Publishers Weekly described this as a barn burner of a novel with breakneck pacing, simmering romantic tension, and a jaw-dropping twist. So I think there's a lot of juicy, fun buzzwords there, so that even though I'm not usually a thriller reader, I do love a simmering romance and a jaw-dropping twist. So I think I will be checking this one out. And if you also want to check it out, it's going to be coming out in May.
Nice. Okay. These both sound really interesting.
What to say? It's so fun.
Hopefully mine will sound interesting to you too, but we'll see. I am excited about The Anniversary by Alex Finlay. So it's about every May 1st, there is a serial killer that strikes a small Midwestern town. And on May 1st, 1992, Jules Delaney and Quinn Riley are 2 classmates, but they hardly know each other. Jules is like the queen bee, and Quinn is sort of like a boy from the wrong side of the tracks. And that night, Quinn gets attacked by the elusive Mayday killer. And Quinn is arrested on that same night trying to break up a fight and nearly killing someone.
Oh.
So he's not the suspect in her attack, but he gets arrested for something else. And so, but by morning, the next morning, it says their lives are forever connected. And years later, Jules is still haunted by the trauma and tormented, like, why was she attacked? And then Quinn is released from the juvenile detention center he finds out that his mother has been murdered. Yeah, so over the next decade, it says their lives are revisited on the same day every year. And it's a secret surface, lies unravel, and the two mysteries edge toward the truth. What really happened the night Jules was attacked, and who killed Quinn's mother? And all the while, the Mayday killer is still out there. So this one is described as twisty, high concept, and emotionally charged. And I'm excited for it because I've read a couple of Finlay's other novels, and I enjoyed them. So I can't wait to read this one. The reviews are really good. Ashley Elston, who is the author of a very popular novel, First Lie Wins, and Anatomy of an Alibi just came out. She says it's everything I want in a thriller. And other people said nonstop twist. I couldn't put it down. Library Journal gave it a starred review and said that somehow Finlay manages to improve with each amazing book, and he has crafted another terrific suspense novel that demands to be read in one sitting. And that Jules and Quinn fly off the page, and readers will be emotionally engrossed in their journey. So,
You had me at Lies Unravel, and
Right?
now I've got all this extra
yeah,
stuff.
exactly. And this one is also expected in May.
Yeah. Well, sounds like there are 3 really great thrillers coming out next month that you guys should definitely look into checking out. Of course, as you may have noticed in all 3 of these books, there might be some heavier topics discussed. So we always encourage you guys to check out content warnings and make sure that you're picking the best book for you. We have so many books. Check out some of our other videos if maybe none of these are your speed. But also just check in with your local librarians. They'd love to help you out, help you find the book that you're looking for. So until next time, thank you so much for watching. Bye!